Oh, so again, something's right. Whenever that happens, it always means something. So that just completely started like it must have got fed up of me faffing about. It started itself. So whenever that happens, I always feel like something could happen quicker than what you think or out the blue. And again, that's very much energy because it's still the new moon in Leo energy. So I'm filming this on the Friday night for Saturday night. So it's still Leo moon up until just before 10 at night UK time. Um, and yeah, happy Mayan New Year. So like I'd explained, last night, but it's tonight I'm filming it, but I'll just say it as if you're watching it on Saturday. Um, Friday night was that's too hard. We'll just deal with it. Yeah, tonight is about Friday is the Mayan Galactic New Year, so it's like a bit of a New Year's Eve if you tune into that kind of energy. So it's just a good time to be grateful, to release what you're intending to release, what's coming up for you to be released. Sorry, I'm just put that fan on. I'm actually boiling. And yeah, just tune in. It's a big time of release, which is why 10 minutes from now, but I'm probably going to be a bit late filming this. I'm going to go on and I'm just going to hold space to channel some type of releasing ceremony, activation, whatever they guide me to do. I suspect probably a shamanic journey because I haven't done one for months and months and months, but we'll just go with the flow and see what comes in the moment. But yeah, so today's a bit like a New Year's Day. So just remember it's still Leo moon. So very happy energy, sun and moon in Leo, Mercury retrograde in Leo, bringing the drama, and it can be good drama too. Leo's a very happy sign. There's definitely lots of happy reunion energy in the air. It is so palpable, it's crazy. So because that's Mercury retrograde gets a bad rap for, being, you know, dramatic. Like I just keep saying dramatic because it is in Leo. It matters. Mercury retrograde in any sign can be dramatic, but in Leo, it's very dramatic. So it will be dramatic karmic energies for some, or just karmic energies. Angry in general. Like even if it's not like endings, current endings, and it's just people not happy. There's whatever all this deal is, and it doesn't need to be romantic. It can be karmic friends that are unhappy and jealous because that came up big time in the Leo reading, or family, or just jealous strangers, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. So like that's particularly if you work in the public eye. Again, I've worked in the public eye for 10 years, so I've had a lot of that over the years because unfortunately that's the downside of having a public persona and a Leo midheaven in particular. It's like I'm here to shine my light and heal others because that's how I spread the most healing out to people that need it, especially because the bulk of my work is free. I have got paid content, but a lot of it's for free. Yeah, I've attracted so many like people that are just just insanely jealous because they've not done the amount of work. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's no other way to say it. It's like, and it's just who knows? You know what I mean? There's lots of different things going on in people. So you just pray for anybody in that type of energy to get the healing that they need to not be like that. People that don't deserve it, like myself and other people that have put the hard work in to be where we're at. Because that's what jealousy is. Whenever you feel jealousy about anything or envy, it's just showing you what to work on and what is capable for you. So you've got to kind of flip it around. Or a good thing would be is if you're feeling a lot of jealousy, or especially jealousy because that's like the root of all evil, but if you're feeling envy or jealousy coming up, just especially if it's someone online, stop watching them. Like that's the best thing to do, because you know what I mean, it's like it's too much bad juju if you're putting stuff out. So just kind of come away from it, sort yourself out, and maybe you'll be able to go back to something later. But don't need to hear that, but it's very kind of Leo energy. And you see it's about releasing that negative energy. So anyway, let's pull a Lemurian card, because this was lost in the office for a while. I've had these for years, but I only get drawn to them at certain. But actually, I might use these for the if anyone gets the paid stuff tonight, I might use these. Right, so let's just see what. Now there is a Twinflame card in here. I remember pulling it years ago on Instagram, and it was kind of awkward because I hadn't come out my Twinflame closet. Like everybody knew in private if you booked a session, but people didn't know in public. So it'd be funny if that one comes out. It's got their two. It's like Avatar; they're both facing each other. But yeah, so like I said, just do something that makes you happy today. If it resonates about the Mayan New Year, like celebrate like this is a new beginning. And yeah, I hope you felt the shift after whatever it is I do tonight that I'm doing after I film this. And yeah, book a personal session if you feel guided to as well. So what have we got here? Oh yeah, and so I was, the live stream that I done last night was 4 hours, 18 minutes. I can't believe I actually landed on that. You'll need to see at the end what happened. It was serendipitously, I got guided to end it at 4:18 on my side, right? So it's always a wee bit delayed on your side. So I was like, I'm going to try and intuit like when it's going to be, because I can't see your side. And I did end up pressing it and it did land on. So just to stress, it's manipulated kind of, because it was like, I wanted to say 4:18 on, to everyone. But it was 4:18 when I just decided to end it. And that's nuts because I saw my twin flames numbers either way about at least twice. It might have been 3 times during that. And on the one I'd recorded before, 555 big changes. Well, now it's 555. So I think, and you know how I just said it before I saw it, I feel that's like you feel big changes coming. You feel big change in the air with this like new energy that's flooding, especially if you're very connected to the new earth energy and you tune into it like how I do, and it's, this isn't gobbledygook that I'm saying to you right now. You just get it. Even if you don't get it as much, it's okay to not get it as much. But if you're kind of, getting it, you don't fully understand it, that's, your soul family. Even if you don't get at all, but you like the energy around here, just hang around. It's fun. You know what I mean? It's not just because of me. It's because, like, it's the soul family we've created here. It's fun. It was very intense chat last night. And by the way, my Love Island lurkers and the Love Island people that are just, you don't watch it, but you're listening to it because you're listening to me. That energy that when we were talking on the chat, it was so scarily linked to what the episode that was playing as I was doing the live stream. The guy has turned around on a U-turn, so it's so Mercury. Well, he's going that way. Like, it's so Mercury retrograde in Leo that. But what's concerning is it's Mercury retrograde in Leo, so he could be pulled back to the other girl and then change his mind again. So or it could be that that's the one he's really had feelings for, and he's starting to get the clarity. It just, that's what I mean. You don't know what it's like in your life. You don't know what's genuine. You don't know what's not. You just got to take a gamble and a risk with your heart sometimes, divine feminines and divine masculines. Right, okay, so with everything I've said there, I bet the card's going to back it up. What have we got? Awakened awareness. I definitely found these when I was meant to. So there might be something significant about, wait a minute, about the 17th of August with a 17 on there. Reclaim your energy. So that's soul retrieval, and that is everything I help people do. That's what I'll be doing tonight on the activation. So let's read this. 17. Yes, there's a huge energy of divine masculines rising, divine masculine kings awakening. It's very exciting energy. Beyond the veil, clearing distortion and illusion. See what I mean? This is exactly what I'm going to be doing tonight. Love it. Awareness of what's running us subconsciously, communing with our God force, energetic sovereignty, growth outside your comfort zone, the collective awakening. So it's not little stuff. Physical reality is the tip of the iceberg. The tapestry we see at a surface level is just a fraction of what is going on beyond. Awakened awareness can take place when we start to look between the lines at the recurring themes, aspects, and symbols that gain our intuitive attention. These are keys to a hidden, overarching plan and greater weaving. This oracle speaks to the deeper nature behind all we know with our eyes and minds, also known as the matrix or the veil. Once discovered, it's so easy to get lost in it. And that's what's fading just now, the veil of illusion. It's quite funny because, like, it's the Maya, the Maya is the Mayan probably as well, but it's the illusion, you know what I mean? And it's quite funny because that I've got a guide that has got a name very similar to that I got that in meditation, like, well, it was well over 10, literally what I always say 10 years ago, and sometimes it was 15 years ago, sometimes it wasn't as long, but I know that because I remember exactly when it was about 11 years ago now. I remember when I was in the bath, and it was like I had this guide come to me in meditation, and their name was kind of like that, and it's one of my guides that helps me see through the illusion. So it's very coming through very strongly. We are conditioned to be disorientated in our physical reality so that anything outside of it becomes unfathomable. Thus, we seek a framework that parallels the natures of the laws of this limit in place. And again, you see with my soul's astrology, with my soul's blueprint, and I can tell you about yours if you book a session, but it's easier just to use me as an example while I'm doing this. My Sag moon conjuncts Uranus and my South Node. They're all in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is about, the teacher teaching and learning. And then my North Node's in Gemini, and that's sharing that information. And I always say that when I was stuck in my past life, my past life energy, my South Node, I kept learning loads of things. And I was like, master of, what's it? Jack of all trades, master of none. Like and I still do, I do so many different things, but now I am a master of several different things. And it's like when you book a session, and this is what I always say, if you're brand new and you've never booked a session, or if you've watched me for ages and you've never had a Zoom session, don't keep planning and waiting and procrastinating and hesitating, because most of my audience, I don't usually say audience, but that's the word that came to me, most of the people that tune in, soul family, you're all the masculine energy, whether you're male or female, unless you know that you are the divine feminine, right? You'll see that in the chat. That is everybody that gets drawn to me, the vast majority. And there's a few of you that aren't, so you'll know, just generally. You're forever stuck in planning mode, preparing. Oh, will I do this? Will I do that? Hesitating for it. Like when you're stuck in that, you're delaying, your comfort zone, and you're going to stay stuck in that fear. I'm actually here to help people break out of that fear. And look, and now it's at my divine masculine's numbers again. I'm here to help you be your empowered divine masculine energy, everyone, the women and the men. And it's not from a place of, I've always been perfect, I've always been like, fuck it, let's go and face my fears. No, I stayed stuck in procrastination, hesitating for years with loads of things in my life, in my career, in my shamanic, spiritual evolution, in my love life too. I've said this before, but although I've been doing this for 4 years in public, and I've been working with the public for 10 years and twin flames for 10 years, because like I said, everyone that came to me private sessions were all twin flames. I wasn't owning it in public until 4 years ago. Do you know what I mean? And that took so much courage and bravery. And again, there's still to this day, there's people that wouldn't fucking dream of doing what I do every day. They'd be too terrified because they're too awkward when you go outside and that. I don't. This is my calling, this is my purpose. Yeah, if I sit and think about it too long, it is totally crazy. And sometimes I still have times like that. All I know is my higher self took over, and this is what I'm here to do. And like I was saying, no matter how my specific journey unfolds, this is my calling. I can't change it. That I'm a twin flame healer, and I'm here to help people into inner union and their twin flame unions. That's my sacrifice, to keep doing that, trusting that I'll get the rewards that are due me, whatever they are. And I've got to let go of what the rewards even are. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so there you go. There's just so much coming through about soul purpose, because the fifth house is passion, it's sex, it's, and that's what twin flames are about, to keep it real. It's all the true love, but it's that too. And that's why I've always totally rejected the idea of anybody that says twin flames are platonic, or it can be a family member, a friend or something. No. It's extremely sexual chemistry. It's alchemy. It's everything when it's at its highest, energy. But it's also creativity. It's your passions. And when you're true twin flame and you're the feminine, you've got to follow your passions first. Look at what I've just said. I've been doing this work for 10 years. You know what I mean? And I'm not with my twin flame. That's what I always had to do. And I've had to do it for so long and be in such a big separation to be a master teacher. I've not been doing this 5 minutes at the end of the day. It's really passionate. It's a Leo energy. So the point is, I've got a lot of experience, and so my moon and Sag conjunct the South Node and Uranus. Uranus is about awakening, and remember, Uranus is in Gemini now, conjunct my Chiron, which is, that is my Chiron, opens the door to the 8th house of sacred sexual union. So it's that's, a lot of the reason why it's I can be that last port of call that brings people into union. It's not me that's doing it. It's just I'm the type of shaman that that's the last bits that you had to reclaim your energy for, you know what I mean? We're conditioned to, I just read that bit. And yet there's a lot more going on, and on our awakening awareness, we'd like to stretch our consciousness to grasp it. This awareness activates our intuitive system, helps us navigate what is true, and supports us in becoming more sovereign and empowered. And again, that's everything I help people with. We become more ensnared in the matrix when we're lost and what is running us internally, running away or distracting ourselves. Look what I've just said about when people procrastinate about even the sessions with me. You find out when you book it. Just trust that you're going to get what you need, because I'm just the messenger. I'm just the messenger for God and the angels and your guides. People always get what they need. And it's usually something completely different than what you thought you needed. So, sometimes it's going to touch on what you thought, but it's sometimes way more stuff than that. Most of the time, running away or distracting ourselves may offer short-term relief, and band-aid or subtle but deep suffering. Society is cloaked with a layer of conformity. The idea of that's just the way things are done, which again, that's why they were getting me to talk about my North Node conjunct Uranus and the South Node. I help you release those limiting beliefs that hold you back and take a quantum leap to your highest timeline. That is, I got that like years ago, and I always thought I should actually just say that every time. But that is what I do, because the South Node's the past, Uranus is about awakening future. I help you jump to the future. You know what I mean? Your future timeline. But as we step free and awaken, we gain a more holistic approach to consciousness and come to know ourselves more deeply. We can take things into our own hands and make changes in the world, thus regaining energy, choice, and abundance that is rightfully ours. As we wriggle into the revelations of freedom, we can't help but awaken those around us. That's true. The more I've stepped into who I really am, it slowly awakened people around me, and I lost a lot of people along the way. And then and then sometimes people circle around when they start to awaken. Now, of course, that happens with your own twin flame as well. A single glimpse of the limitless, eternal, and your life will never be the same again. When we directly experience the transient yet profound moment of existence, we can allow the constructs we have spent our lives believing to drop away. Our knowledge of the eternal doesn't leave us, although we may forget it. As we return to our humanness, we may use reasoning to write it off, or we may create whole religions around it in an effort to grasp and recreate it. Look into the eyes of God raises our consciousness so we can fathom the unfathomable. This expansive experience can never be boxed into words or intellect, but artists, poets, musicians may be able to share in a small way the essence that helps us remember ourselves back into our true state. The portals into this experience are vast in number of form. For me, awakened awareness has come through deep meditation, ecstatic dance, and journeying with my Dharma. In essence, connecting with the element is about raising our vibration, getting out of our heads, and allowing our spirit to lead the way, which is what I just said about my higher self. If I sit around and thought about too much what I'm doing, I would just, think myself into worry. But I didn't do that. I'm just like, right, well, this is what I'm meant to do. I'm going to trust my guides and God. And when we walk behind the veil, we discover our true path. Our reason for being here is revealed in symbolic jigsaw puzzles and synchronicities. The mysteries unweave and the paradoxes speak to a different part of us. Our affirmations are potent, our prayers are heard, and the medicine of life lessons, however strong and uncomfortable, is full of powerful growth. This is one of the elemental cards, because without moment-to-moment awakened awareness, magic, healing, and affirmation cannot be deep or real enough to actualize. This is not just imagining God, but seeing, knowing, and communing with the divine spark inside each of us. I love it. This card's a reminder to wake up. There are many levels of stages of awakening. How amazing is this when it's like the first day of the Mayan New Year? Loving that. There is no on-off switch. Keep learning and putting yourself into situations where you can grow. And I'm sure it's something about planting a seed as well. So, that's what New Year's are, but it's something, I remember something like that. Sometimes we do go back to sleep, so stay aligned with your inner guidance and find ways to remember to wake up. Do what you love to keep your vibe high. Great thing in this Leo energy. This is not about instant pleasure, but the joy that is substantial and sustainable. And that's twin flames as well. Like, oh my God, the excitement that, when you're with your twin flame and things are good, it's like fucking, it is electric. It's like hot, passionate, all that kind of stuff, right? Even lusty, lust is normally associated with karmic, but it's hot. But you want fun, sustainable, lasting, long-term, like things we love. And look at it, the numbers were 18.4 there, 18.44 when I said it, union energy. When our energy systems become blocked and need a cleanse, we can become drowsy to our vital nature. Energy clearing can help you recenter. I'm going to be doing that tonight. And actually, do you know what? As I've been channeling this, I think I'd kind of prefer to do it. I'm going to take a moment. I'm wondering if I'd prefer to just record it on my own. Because there's often not that many people around at this time, but I'll tune in. Energy clearing can help you recenter. Shadow work may also be needed if certain things are running your mind in this empowering and distorting way. Find your unique way to connect to the divine inside you, not as an external seeking, but as a receptive allowing. Be inspired to see the question at hand with a different perspective. Look between the lines for deeper interpretation. Amazing. So the thing is as well, is Yeah, that's what I was starting to say. I'm going to run the Claire Zooms. Now, whether people choose to do it or not, I've not got control over it, but I'm going to offer it. I feel I've got the energy to do it this year. And it's basically like activating, amplifying, and awakening. Although I think I called it awaken, activate, and amplify your clairs. It's like it's, helping you with your clairvoyant, your clairsentient, your clairaudient, your claircognizant. It rolled off and talking. There's loads of different clairs. It's just really fun. It's like a good way to practice your psychic skills, mediumship, all levels as well, because I jump in on the what's happening and I make sure everyone's having fun and you're feeling comfortable. And so yeah, if that feels like something you want to do, then check out the details of that. I'll probably post them. I think I'll post them over the weekend, or definitely start posting it next week, because the first one is the 1st of August, which is a week today as I'm filming this. So, although this is for Saturday, remember, so it's just less than a week. What have we got? Mary Magdalene card. Magdalene's gift, write your story. So this keeps coming up for a lot of people. So again, I feel there are people that you are going to write your story. Like, this story is something that people would want to hear. It's, and that's more than like a couple of twin flame. That's a lot of people where, like, there's going to be happy endings because it's 21 and it's something that people are going to want to hear. So whether it's like something that's quite soon, you're writing it now, or something you're going to do in the future, it's something, that a lot of you might resonate with. The calling, you're beckoned. Look how much I was speaking out soul purpose and my calling. So interesting. Magdalene's retreat. Magdalene meditating retreat. You see, and remember, that's what today is actually about. And that's why I'm saying I think maybe I'm going to do it live, because I'm going to do it live. But yeah, but like I said, I'm going to just go straight on and do it. But I think I'm going to half it. I'm going to go straight on and do it. But it's like, remember that today's about honouring, taking some quiet time. Yeah. And, celebrate though too, whatever resonates for you. But I always love this card, because that's just totally energy I've been in all week. Because that is what, when you connect with this mind, the year strongly, that is what it's about. That's Mary Magdalene connecting with the higher energies in the woods, and the wolves protecting her. And I mean, this is my power animal, and that'll be a lot of your. That's funny that the wolf's peeking over the pillow. It's like that, you see it, and wolf is my masculine energy, so it's my inner masculine. But it's like I feel that symbolic of the masculine's like almost ready to come out of the woods. You know what I mean? No, I didn't even mean that, out of the woods, out of the woodwork. But yeah, interesting. So wait a minute, that's actually maybe that and that. Yes, right. See you later.